what's going on, YouTube? Let me get my phone up here, turn the volume down. There we go now. Alright, now that we got that set up, now I can start driving. I'm headed home from quoting a job, and I didn't have an upload ready for today, so in lieu of that, you got me live from the Raptor. Turn off the radio so we don't get copyright dinged, and got you on the GoPro Hero 8 Black, linked with my iPhone 11 Pro Max. 2 people in the chat, nobody's saying squat yet. Ray FPV, what's going on, brother? Just I'll periodically be peeking at the chat. I'm not going to obviously I'm driving, so I can't look at it too hard, and before anybody gives me shit about not wearing a seatbelt, hey, I'm not wearing a mask either, man. So it is what it is. Ain't that right, Viper 6? But yeah, I did a quick plumbing job today for one customer. He had a leak in his main water line between the meter and the house, and he was looking for it and found it over the weekend, a few days after the weekend actually. He found it on Monday, and I was able to get over there today to take care of it. It was just a small pinhole in a 90-degree PVC elbow, so luckily I found it pretty quick. We didn't have to dig up too much of the yard. I kept it contained into a pretty small area. And stay safe, Donovan needs you. Yeah, he does. So I didn't have to dig up too much of his backyard to find that pipe, and I videoed it all, so of course I'll have to edit it together and get it up for you guys. So if you have a water leak, you'll be able to take care of it yourself as well. Then after that, I met a friend for lunch, and then I went and met with another customer about a landscape cleanup at their new house, and so I've got that coming up in the future as well, because that got greenlit to get that job done. Still says there's 2 people here with us, Ray. I don't know who else is here. They're not talking. But now when I get on the highway, you guys will have to let me know if we get to a point where you're not going to hear me very well, just because of the sheer noise created by my truck having terrible tires. But if it's good, we'll keep chatting. If it's not, then we'll go ahead and go home from there. I'm just waving somebody past me here, trying to get out of these side roads, and I'm waiting for a red light anyway, so I'll let them go. Looks like still just you and I and somebody creeping on us, Ray. They're not talking. Now there's 3 people. Who's here? Say something in the chat so we know who you are. Identify yourself. You know, or don't, just lurk in the background. That's cool too. But it lurking gives me just as many watch hours as chatting with me. But I don't know how long. Like I said, when I get on the highway, which will be just in a few minutes, I don't know if I'll be able to stay on or not, because you might not be able to understand what I'm saying on the camera, just because of all the other noise that goes on. So turn this fan down a little bit too on the air conditioner. Nice group of emojis, Ray. I like that. You ought to be catching a few Z's for work tonight, huh? I got a new chain for the 20-inch Husky, but I have not put it on yet. I actually need to pick up a second chain for the steel, my new limb saw now too. Now I'm at a red light, so now I can look at these comments a little bit closer. Still just Ray. And whoever popped in, whoever that third person that popped in was, they didn't stay very long. Now there's just two, so it's Ray and someone else. Maybe it's me. I don't know. Could be me. I could be the second person. Oh, you start at 11. So you'll probably be getting ready for your afternoon nap shortly then, because it's 4:03 now. I know you like to get a few winks in before you leave for work. So what do you do, 11 to 7? Is that your shift? Do you work a full 8-hour shift overnight? Or just a shorter shift than that? Sorry for the lull in talking here. Yeah, did you catch Ryan's new video with the fish sticks? It was pretty good. Only I don't go in for tartar sauce though, because I don't mess with mayonnaise. Even Kewpie mayonnaise. Mayonnaise is mayonnaise, and this guy right here, he doesn't like it. I've tried it, but I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way it smells. I don't like the way it tastes. I don't like the innuendos that surround it. Stuff is just nasty. Now, Mrs. ProCut, that's another story. She'll tear some mayonnaise up, but not me. She's already at home now. She got done working earlier today. She had a couple of her cleans cancel on her, so she actually went to one of my customers and pulled weeds today to make up for her customers that canceled on her. But now she's home with Donovan, probably cleaning something if I know her, because she doesn't sit still. It's against her nature. Yeah, that fish looked really good, but I prefer cocktail sauce myself, with my fish and chips or shrimp, any of that stuff. I use cocktail sauce, which is just ketchup and horseradish sauce, of course, but that I like. Mayonnaise, not so much. Ah, see, there was another person here, because now it says just one. So now it's just you and I, Ray. Don't know who the other person is that left. Ah, there we go. Unboxing world comparisons. Phenomena, phenomena, what's going on? All right, I'm about to get on the highway now, so if this turns into just a shit show that you can't hear or understand what I'm saying just because of highway noise in my Raptor, just let me know in the chat, and if it goes to shit, then I'll just cut it short. But if not, hell, I'll ramble all the way home or until the battery dies, whatever comes first. But I got a feeling that once I get up to speed, it's going to have too much background noise and it's not going to work. Clear as a bell right now, right on. We got 3 people in the room now. Phenomena, Ray FPV, and Unboxing World Comparisons. Bunch of good guys. Still got a little bit of traffic here, so I'm only at 65 mile an hour, so it's not super obnoxious just yet. Yeah, take it easy, Ray. Thanks for popping on. I appreciate you, man. Get a couple of winks before you gotta go to work. Let's see. Anybody, how was everybody's Labor Day weekend? I actually was able to take the day off. It was quite nice. I accomplished 0. Had family in town over the weekend, and got family coming in town this weekend too. My wife's parents will be in town tomorrow afternoon because they just sold their house in Illinois. They're actually moving down here to Tennessee to be near us, which is kind of exciting because it's been a long time since my wife and I have lived by any family. So we're pretty excited about her parents coming down here. It'll be cool. Have somebody else to hang out with on a regular basis if we want to, or if they want to, and do some fishing. Her dad likes to fish, so do some fishing, do some shooting, get cut off by a Mini Cooper S. People sure as hell don't know how to drive sometimes. Got the bad drivers at Calgary have moved to Knoxville. Phenomena had an awesome weekend. Sorry I can't, I'm driving so I can't really read all these too much. Don't want to get too crazy here, and I'm sure if I got pulled over right now, the officer would have a fit. But hey, technically, I'm not breaking the law because hands-free. I don't have anything hooked up to my head. I'm not touching anything. I set all this up while I was stopped on the side of the road. I didn't set anything up while I was driving, so technically I'm not breaking the law. And hey, it'll be exciting. We'll probably get some good views if I get pulled over, because it'll all be live on YouTube. But I doubt it. I don't think I'll get pulled over. Been a while since I've been pulled over, actually. Been a while. I don't really do too much wrong nowadays. I'm usually going right with the flow of traffic. I don't go too fast, and if I am speeding, it's usually, I try to keep it at the 9-mile-an-hour over mark. I feel like if you're only doing single digits over the limit, I feel that they're not going to mess with you most of the time. Sometimes that's not the case, but most of the time I think if you're just doing 9 or less over the posted limit, I think you're pretty much good to go. And right now, I'm just in the right lane, so currently not even doing the speed limit. They just slowed down to 55 mile an hour, and the posted limit here just went up. Beginning of this year, it went up from 55 to 60. Right here at I'm just going through the heart of downtown Knoxville right now. Still got 4 people. Data Watch is in the house. What's going on, brother Mark? I know I can always count on Mark to pop in if he sees me or if he's available. Just figured I didn't have an upload ready for today, so I figured I'd go live for the drive. And yeah, seems to be going all right. I really love this GoPro Hero 8, and it gives me a lot more filming and uploading options than I had with just my phone. And when you go live off of the GoPro, then you can have the chat brought up on the phone, so you can do both. Whereas if you went live just from your phone, you can't see the chat. And so this way, man, but that's a little too much reading to try and do while I'm driving. Phenomenon. I don't know what that one says. That's a lot of reading. I don't want to take my eye off the road for that long. But maybe once I get over the bridge and the traffic thins out a little bit. But right here, just outside of downtown still, the traffic's pretty thick right now. Still, I figure I'll just keep running, you know, slow like this That way you guys can understand what I'm saying. Yeah, it's we've had real nice weather pretty much all this week. It's still a hair hot. It's not as nice as it was over the weekend. It was perfect weather. Saturday and Sunday was just perfect. It was right around 80, high 70s, right around 80, and super low humidity. It was a really good holiday weekend. That combined with basically a 4-day weekend, it was really nice. Because the job I'm on right now, I'm at a little bit of a standstill because I've had to custom order a lot of stuff. I thought I was going to be able to get windows off the shelf, but unfortunately the stock is just too low everywhere, and so I had to order them. So that they're going to be 4 to 6 weeks before I get the windows, and I don't want to move forward drywall in the room without having the windows and everything in, because then you wind up, you know, you could wind up with moisture and water damage. So I like to wait until I have my windows and doors in, then I can go ahead and drywall and do the floor and everything. But in the meantime, like I said, I've just booked a landscape cleanup with another customer, so I'll probably get on that beginning of the week. Start doing that. Probably gonna try and round up a helper one day to do that. I think if I had a helper, I could get it done in one day, whereas if I do it by myself, it's probably going to go 2 days. Good weekend, rough trip home. Yeah, I didn't go out of town because, like I said, we had some family come in town, so we didn't have to go anywhere. And then my in-laws are coming in town tomorrow for the weekend to try and get a house locked down under contract. The housing market's crazy. Things aren't even getting fully on the market. They're getting sold. Most places have contracts on them before they even get listed. It's just a crazy seller's market right now. If you want to sell your house at all, almost everywhere is a good seller's market. People are getting into bidding wars. My in-laws got $5K over asking price, and they had 5 offers within the first 5 hours of the house being on the market. It's crazy. And that's in Rockford, Illinois. Here in Knoxville, it's the same. They're just selling very quickly. Not a whole lot coming on the market either. So my in-laws are actually in that new house build that's right on the back side of the ridge that I live on. So if they get that one, it'll be pretty cool because I'll cut a trail through the woods and we'll be able to just, you know, walk between houses. That'll be pretty slick. Yeah, the housing market's just crazy right now, Mark. They're selling. It's limited. They're calling it a inventory shortage. The housing inventory is lacking right now, is what they're saying. Personally, I think it's probably something that they're creating, because it was the banks that created the housing bubble last time. So I think it's them again, personally, but nah, what do I know? I'm just a jack of all trades. I know a little about a lot, but not necessarily a lot about little. Now, they had this lane closed this morning when I came through. Now it's open again. They've been working on this damn bridge over the Holston River for months now, and traffic has usually been terrible, but as of last week, they kind of cleared out of here, which is cool. I don't think they're 100% done. I think they need to still do one top coat of asphalt. And it looks like they're probably going to repave this section on the other side of the bridge, because they've still got it dug out where they cut the lines out so they can move the lines over to get traffic out of where they were actually working. I don't know, there's a couple ominous looking gray clouds around, but for the most part it's pretty nice. And last I looked, I think we were supposed to get a little rain again on Friday, but it's been a very nice week so far. No rain and low humidity, which is good. Four people still hanging in there. Let's see, let me try and traffic's a little thinner right now. Let me try and read this post from Phenomena. Wasn't working at first, but shots of the sunset on the clouds, hot power line, popped my VTX. Did you hit the power line with your quad? Or can it actually get jacked up from just being close to it? It says 4 on mine data watch, but that doesn't necessarily mean squat. Yeah, I think Unboxing left for a little bit, and now he's back. So that's probably why you saw 3 for a little bit there. I don't think it ever kicked down to 3 on mine. Whoever knows what YouTube's doing, man. All I know is, hey, there's a couple of raindrops. No surprise the weathermen lied. Or not necessarily lied, we're just wrong, which is typical. I like to know how you get a weatherman job, because you can be wrong more than half of the time and still keep your job. If any other business was wrong half of the time, they would be out of business. You're in the UK too then, Unboxing. I didn't know that. That's cool. I got quite a few YouTube friends over in UK, as well as a ton of family. I've still not been over there, but it's really high on my bucket list of things that I want to do. Hopefully soon. We've had an extremely wet summer, and spring was wet too, actually. So all year here in East Tennessee, it's been really wet. Usually this time of the year, it gets really dry, July and August. But like I said, we've had just an unusual amount of rain this year, which kind of makes it nice for mowing. I mow every Thursday. I got a day's worth of mowing on Thursdays, and it actually, I mean, it's growing like crazy, so it kind of makes it a pain because the grass is so tall when you cut it. But on the flip side of that, it's nice because it's not dusty. So it takes a little bit longer to cut it, but you're not choking to death on dust. So I'll take it taking a little bit longer over the dust every day. I'd rather it take a little bit longer. Yorkshire. Where are you at, unboxing? Are you close to Yorkshire? Oh, there he goes. In the middle. Yeah, I'd like to, like I said, Scotland's high on my list just because I got so much family there in Edinburgh. But I'd like to check out England too. Of course, I've told this story several times. My grandmother, she was just old school Scottish, diehard, hated the English till the day she died, and I have no idea why. Every time I brought home a new girlfriend, Johnny, she isn't English, is she? I tell her, no, Grandma, I wouldn't do that to you. I know I've told that story several times on here. I don't know how many times I've told this one. I'm pretty sure I have, but supposedly when he was young, Sean Connery delivered milk to my great-grandmother's house in Edinburgh. When he was young, he was a milkman. That's what I've always been told. I've never tried to verify that story, but I don't guess my grandmother really had a reason to lie to me. But whether it was Bob and Joe, the Raptors are here. I'm in my Raptor, Bob and Joe. My Ford Raptor. I don't know. It'd probably be an easy story to verify, though. You know, you could probably just research and find out if Sean Connery was in fact a milk delivery person when he was younger. And if he was, then chances are, yeah, it's a true story. If he delivered milk in Edinburgh, then he probably definitely did deliver to my great-grandmother, who I was fortunate enough to meet one time when I was really young. She came over to America. Not a whole lot of people can say they ever met or knew their great-grandparent. That's kind of a different little privilege, or at least I guess it is. I don't know. Most of the people I know never knew their great-grandparents. Of course, most of them know now their parents are still alive and gone. That's Joe's dream truck. I lusted after it for quite some time before I was finally able to get one. It needs a little bit of work right now. I need to get new tires, and I need to have my shocks rebuilt. Yeah, it's probably buffering because I'm looking at my screen right now and I'm down to 2 bars on I'm just running on the cellular network right now. Obviously, I'm in the truck driving home from work. So down to 2 bars, so probably a little bit of buffering. Got 3 more miles before I hop back off of the highway. Been shooting the breeze for 29 minutes according to the GoPro. 4 people watching still. That's not bad. I'll keep running my mouth as long as you guys keep hanging in there and listening to my mouth run. I know I'm really not talking about anything in particular, but it is what it is. While I usually credit to Viper because he says that a lot too, I've said that before I started watching his videos too. I've said for quite a while. Probably not as often as he says it, which is why I always like to give him a little shout out when I say it is what it is. And whether he sees it or not doesn't really bother me, because I know he's a good sub. I know he's watching all the way through, even not paying attention. It's been, I think, hotter than average here too. Truck 90 degrees right now, which I can believe, because it's been getting progressively hotter as the week goes on. Yeah, still sitting at 2 bars on the cellular network. Probably there. I just picked up a 3rd bar now, so I'm on the 5G network with 3 bars. So should be a hair better now, a little bit less laggy than it would have just was. But just within a mile of my exit now. Be going. I'm at the same exit as Bass Pro Shops. I still want to go there and shoot a video for you guys. I haven't done that yet. But I'm trying to just stay away from as many places as I can right now, because I still refuse to wear a mask. And I actually got asked to leave, or told I had to leave, rather, not asked. I was told I had to leave a tool store on Monday. I went because they were having a Labor Day sale at the direct tool outlet store. So I decided, all right, let me go over there and see if there's anything I need, because you got an extra 20% off your entire purchase. And the freaking young kid says to me, "You got a mask you can put on?" I was like, "I sure don't. I got health issues." And he was like, "Well, we got special hours for you. If you don't have a mask to put on, you've got to leave." So I was like, "That's fine. Just know that I'll never step foot back in your store. And I won't. If you don't want my business, I won't give you my business. You don't need it, you know?" And so I left there and I went to the other location and didn't get harassed at all. Matter of fact, the manager in there, he had his mask on down around his chin like a lot of people do. And when I was checking out, you know, he knew that I was local and everything. And he said, "Which store do you usually go to?" I said, "Well, you know," I said, "I prefer this store, but I've been to the one in the outlet mall a few times just because it's a hair closer to home, so I have to deal with a hair less traffic." I said, "But I won't be going back after today." And he says, "Why? Why is that?" And I said, "Well, you know," I said, "the young kid working in there decided to tell me that I wasn't welcome in there because I didn't have a mask on, and so that's fine. I'll take my business elsewhere." And he was like, "Yeah," he's like, "you can come here anytime you want." He said, "I wouldn't have this mask on if I wasn't on camera and didn't want to lose my job." I said, he had it around for his mouth. That's just my opinion. I could be wrong. I don't think that I am, but hey, I could be. It's happened. Far be it from me to have someone believe that I'm always right, because I know that's not the case. I've been wrong about plenty of things. I've made plenty of mistakes. But I don't think I'm wrong about this. Check out this notification. Donovan will be happy to see. Yeah, I'm just getting ready to hit my driveway right now. And so I'll be seeing Donovan shortly here. Been here for a while. Yeah, it's 34 minutes and 44 seconds on the GoPro countdown timer. And I appreciate everybody that's hung out for my drive home and stuck with me here for Manamana's been here nearly the whole time. he might have even been here the whole time if he was the one that was signed on earlier that didn't have wasn't saying anything at first. I don't know, but I know he's been here since almost the beginning, if not the beginning, and I definitely appreciate that. Mr. Square Arch just popped in, and how do I pronounce your name, man? Manu Falket. I don't know that I'm right about that pronunciation, but what the hell? Miss Procut's not here. I wonder if maybe she's not back yet, or maybe her and Donovan went to the park to go for a walk. I do not know. Just turn my truck around and pull down here into my parking space so I'm out of the way for when Miss Procut gets home with her vehicle and she can get by. But that's about it. I'm gonna go ahead and call it a stream. I'm gonna cut it out here, and I appreciate you guys. Yeah, Mr. Square Art, I went live for my drive home from work, and not breaking the law, it's all hands-free, man. I stopped on the side of the road and set everything up and then started driving, and just catching a few comments here and there. But I'm gonna cut out of here now, and hopefully I can get some of my footage edited together so I can get some videos up for you guys for the rest of the week. Have a great day, great night, whenever you're watching this, depending on your time zone. I know the guys over in UK are going to be getting ready for bed shortly. Ray FPV was here earlier. He works graveyard shift, so he had to cut out so he could get some sleep before work. And thanks everybody for stopping by, hanging out, chatting with me. I appreciate each and every one of you guys. Stay blessed. Thanks for coming. Now we gotta go back to the GoPro app and click the end button. Thanks again, guys.